Morning, guys. I'm gonna do this one from inside because it's in the 20s. It's freezing out there, literally. So picked these up yesterday. Been looking at them for a while. Seen mixed reviews. So before I got them in hand, I knew that I wouldn't buy these to be like a replacement wrench for like a set of wrenches. The head's too big. But what I did notice, and this one is the 19 through 24 and the 24 through 32. I saw great potential in these larger ones for when I'm working with gas lines and pipes and those fittings that go on the gas lines and pipes. Normally I'm going to be using an adjustable wrench on that, and I was going to buy another set of some more Snap-on adjustable wrenches. Actually, I was gonna buy a couple of the Baco ones and see how they compare to Snap-on ones, since Snap-on bought out that company and they're making them, and it's basically the same wrench, but now using the Snap-on nickel chrome plating. That's basically the difference with those wrenches, is the finish. But all the other parts of the wrenches, they're using that design. They were known to have the best adjustable wrenches before Snap-on bought them out, and that's why Snap-on acquired them, is because of that. So they made a deal, Snap-on bought them, and they continue to make them in Spain. And that's the main difference. Like I said, it's just the chrome plating. They're using SnapOn Chrome now instead of the finishes that they were using. Now, a lot of people are a big fan of the Knipex plier wrenches. I've tried them. I don't like them, especially when I'm working in the field and stuff. The handles, it's just too bulky. It's too much to grab, and I'd rather use a wrench. So my solution, which has always been to either grab the appropriate size wrench, and sometimes that's not possible or it takes too long. So I found myself using a lot of adjustable wrenches, and I've tried quite a few. So these kind of fit the bill in that it's like an adjustable wrench, but with the convenience of a plier wrench type deal, since they're self-adjusting. Let's push the head, and these are the Joker 6004's. So the 6004 is a series of wrenches going from 10 millimeter on up. These would be the large, and these was what they call the these are the XLs, the extra large. They have a large, it's a little smaller, and these would be the double XL. So those are the ones I got because I'm getting them to work on gas fittings, and the smallest fitting, which is going to be the female side of the well, that's not the smallest. There's some that's smaller at the propane regulator, but on the other parts, the 3/8 nipples, male fittings that go into most of the gas appliances is gonna have a female, and that's gonna be your 19 millimeter 3/4, and then your larger fittings for your supply coming off of the first connection behind the regulator, that's going to be a bigger size. That's where this guy's going to come in. This is also, you know, easy to use as a backup wrench, which I normally use an adjustable wrench for that. I have to see how it works out as a backup wrench, so I adjust it on. A couple features here that I like. The way they design these, it's kind of like the slip wrenches. or a speed wrench, to where when you tighten down on something, because this jaw is so easily movable, when you pivot it back up, it goes around and it kind of gives you a ratcheting function. So you can leave it on the nut, bolt, or fitting fastener at the whole time and just kind of slip past, and then grip, slip, grip, slip, grip. And in that way, it kind of feels like an open-end ratcheting wrench, which was very attractive to me. So this would be great, like I said, for using on brass fittings, very smooth jaws. Now, to solve the issue of not having a lot of swing room on using the flats, that's why they put these cutouts in here, so you can grab the corners, so that you can get a 30-degree swing. So once you turn a bolt and then you don't have a lot of room, you can just slip up to the point and grab it again, and that's how you achieve that 30-degree basically swing. And they kind of go over that in these little books. So as you can see, when you make a slight turn on that, if you're in a limited area and you can't get to the next set of flats because that's going to be a pretty big swing, that's when you can grab onto the corners. And that's what the corners are for. That's what those corner cutouts are for. It's for limited swing arc. Let's see if I can find a page on that. Here it is. No, that's not it. They are grabbing on the corners, demonstrating that. Here it is here. Okay. So that's what the cutouts are for. Those two little points. It's not so much as, because nobody would want to grab the bolt from the weakest points. It's when you have to do that to get it to the next set of flats. Okay. So that's how they're getting that 30-degree swing when you have a limited area. So that's what the little cutouts are all about. Of course, I stocked up on my Wegos, and I picked up some thermal fuses, water heaters. You know, I got a pretty good deal off of those. You could get them for cheaper, but these already have the fittings, which makes the installation very fast. Okay, so that's what I got. I don't know if I have any other tools coming. As I see stuff that might be useful, I grab it and I'll put it in the service. So I'll definitely be trying these out today and see how they work. I'm pretty sure they're gonna work great, because just looking at the design, I can tell. Now, these are constructed from like a cast. So this isn't like a forged tool, but you can kind of see the line and then the grind marks. I mean, the finish work is not really all that good. And this exterior is like a paint. It's kind of like a painted surface or whatever. This is just printed on here. They could have did a lot better in the manufacturing. You could see the pitting and everything, but you know, all of that is the uneven grinding. See the flat spot there, the line. It's because this comes out of a mold. You know, it is steel, but it's cast. You know, it's ferrous. A magnet will stick to it. But you know, I think they're going more of function over form on this, because the casting is kind of rough. It's Made in the Czech Republic, and they just, it doesn't seem like they're putting a whole lot of effort into, you know, making the tool very refined as far as aesthetically, you know, and they're not really putting a lot of money into making it look nice and smooth and even and consistent. It's just, you know, kind of like cast iron pan and just stamp them out. Not stamp them out. They just kind of, you know, put them in the mold, pull them out, you know, wherever the rough spots are at. You can kind of see on this one, part of the mold mark. They just grind those down, hit it with this gray paint or whatever, and just print this on here. That's gonna wear off. That's gonna wear off, you know. If you're gonna really use them, a lot of that's gonna wear off, and then that's it. Unfortunately, the sizes will be the first thing to go because they're like on a smooth face. These are kind of recessed in, so it might last a little longer, but they didn't cost that much. I think they were like, I think the really big pair was like, well, you know, I use coupons and stuff, so I'm using whatever discounts are available. So I think I paid like $60 for this one, maybe $40 for this one. So both of them all together delivered was like $100. You know, and that's what I paid for them. It's not the exact number, but it's pretty close. I'm pretty sure it was about $100, and then of course you had to pay tax and shipping, so that pushes it up a bit. But yeah, this is what I got. You guys check them out. I'll have to let you know how they work, but I'm pretty sure these are gonna work awesome. It's just, I can tell from the videos that I've watched and the design, the engineering, that this will be awesome for working on large fasteners. That's why I didn't buy the smaller versions. They would, for me, they would be useless because it's just too big in the head. The way they have this engineered, it's not really going to be useful for me to try to use this on like a 10mm. Not enough room. But for larger fasteners where you got room, these would be awesome, especially with that ratcheting function. So that's what we got, guys. RV Tech Pro out.